to episode 1 of The Moment with Dante. Um, this is going to be the side, in the earlier episode, I said that one side is going to be research, the other side is going to be just, talking, ranting. So for today's, I decided to make it a kind of a rant day. I wanted to explain how I'm feeling so far, how everything's going. Um, this morning, I didn't wake up at 4:30, as you might be able to tell by the slightly late time of this. I ended up waking up at 5 in the morning, and then I did my yoga, my stretching, my boxing. And I'm here. I've got my little protein shake I'm gonna be drinking. But yeah, I just slept. I just blatantly slept through my alarm. Honestly, it was pretty bad. And basically, I don't know. I feel good. Like, I haven't really had any time to chill lately in the past couple days because I've been doing this for 3 days now. Because I started Thursday, even though I didn't upload anything Thursday. Thursday's the day I started, just to get into the habit of moving through that sleep cycle. And then Friday is the first day that I recorded all my stuff and whatnot. Yesterday's workout was really rough. Like the workout after work, I was training for the CrossFit Open with a friend, and like my hands are completely destroyed right now, like super ultra calloused. And I definitely think that's going to be a little bit of an issue as I go along, is because when I get home from work, I'm completely exhausted from waking up at 4:30 in the morning. I feel like my body will get used to it, but we'll have to find out. I feel like I'm not at 100% because during the workout yesterday, I really felt like drained. I think I can definitely keep this up for a while because it feels very satisfying. I'm making progress in everything. Yesterday I wrote with my friend, like after I got home from work, and I worked out and I streamed. I wrote with one of my friends, made some progress on the book, and I think that it gives me a sense of satisfaction to be making this extra headway, because I was already making all this progress before, but now I'm like day to day making significant progress in every area. I had been neglecting my stretching and my yoga for many months now because to me the important thing was the working out. And as far as working out is concerned, yeah, okay, it's important to work out, but stretching is equally as important for the most part. I wouldn't say exactly equal, but it's very important that you stretch, especially since I'm training for this competition. I don't want to injure myself, so it's very important to stretch. And as far as my future goals of fighting MMA and boxing, flexibility is pretty important, especially like in the MMA part. If you're really flexible and someone tries to get you into a hold and you can already stay in that hold naturally, like with your arm behind your back or whatever, because you're that flexible, it's pretty impactful. So what I would say to anybody that is considering doing this schedule, be ready to have to say no to people. Yesterday, my friend was over after the workout, and I had to tell her like, "All right, it's time for me to go to sleep. Like, go away." Right? Like, it was really annoying because we were having a very good conversation after the workout while I was eating. But then when I finished drinking my protein shake and I cleaned up all the stuff, I had nothing else to do except go upstairs, read, and then go to sleep. So I was sitting there and I was talking to her, entertaining her for a little bit, but after like 5-10 minutes, I was like, okay, I'm burning time that I can't be burning. So, I told her to kindly leave, and I walked her to her car, and then whatever. And I think it's important that when you go into this, you don't go into this like a game, and I'm treating this as seriously as possible. So you need to have the willpower to say no to the people around you. Need to have the willpower to say no to your own desires. Like, I've been writing on the way to work and on the way home from work. And, the other day I was like, oh, I'm so exhausted. When I got on the metro and I was like, like I already wrote this morning. Like, why do I have to write again? Whatever. And I was gonna brush it off, and then I was like, no, what are you doing? That's bullshit, right? Like you told yourself you're gonna write on the way to work and you're gonna write on the way back from work. You can't just be like, ah, nah, whatever, I'm not gonna do it. Nah, just do it, right? You have the energy in you, you have the ability in you, so just do it, right? And so I did, and that's kind of what I've been trying to do lately. Like today, I have a friend coming over, and so I was like considering not going to my community service, which is from 7 to 3, because I thought it would be raining, and according to the weather yesterday, it would have been raining. When I woke up this morning, I was greeted with the, however you want to put it, fortunate, unfortunate news that it's not going to rain. It's not going to rain until later in the day. So my normal method of action is like, I already planned this day with my friend, right? I don't want to waste time with my friend by doing the community service. Even if the community service is very important for me to do, I should not go to the community service, hang out with my friend, and tomorrow, Sunday, do the community service from 7 to 3, like normal, like planned. Well, that would be my normal course of action. So instead of doing that, and I don't want to abandon the whole day with my friend because this is the only day that I'm going to hang out with a friend. Like tomorrow, I might meet with my co-author, depending on if he's free or not, to write in the book. But like tomorrow, it's just going to be wake up, yoga box stretch, community service, come home, work out, write, read, sleep. Boom, done. Right, Sunday over, and then just go straight into the week and continue on this schedule. So what instead I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the community service for a few hours and then come home. And that way it doesn't disrupt anything. I'm still going to have the same plan with my friend. But I'm going to get a few hours in. Because normally I'd be like, I'm not going to go to community service just to get 3 hours in and then come back home. Like, what the hell's the point, Like, I'm going to be out in the sun and get all sweaty and tired and all this kind of stuff. And then I'm going to have to come home and work out and like blah, blah. And that's just all excuses, all right? I can get a couple hours, I can come back. A couple hours is better than no hours. So that's my plan. Gonna go to community service. Gonna leave here in about 30 minutes or so. And I think it's very important to have that mentality when you're going into this, and especially when you're chasing goals in life, is you have to be serious about it, It's not a game. Like, your life is on the line, technically speaking, your future, the way your life is going to be shaped from here on out is all going to be determined by what you do today. Now, I do want to say that I feel like it's going to be actually easy to follow the schedule, simply because of the level of satisfaction I get each time I complete a day. Like, this is day 3, and I feel so fucking good that I was able to wake up, do my yoga, stretching, boxing, and here I am doing my vlog, right? And that satisfaction of like, I said I was gonna do X, and then I just did X, right? But I've always been that way in terms of I try to live by my word. If I say I'm gonna do X, I do X, right? If I say I'm gonna do Y, I do Y. If I say I'm gonna do 50 push-ups, I do 50 push-ups. But this is to a little bit of a different degree, right? Because what I told myself I was gonna do was completely, oh, Drox, thanks for the subscription. What I told myself I was gonna do was so like brutally devastating, Wake up at 4:30 in the morning, say no to anime, say no to video games, aside from my stream, obviously. Say no to anime, say no to video games, say no to my friends, say no to every little temptation around me possible. Like, normally I get home from work and I lay on the couch for like 10 minutes and I just browse Reddit and I browse Instagram and I chill out and I kind of decompress from work, and then I start my day, right? No need to do that. Just come in straight from work, grab my stuff, start the stream, go from the streaming to working out, go from the working out to reading, Go from the reading to sleeping, finish the day, and move along, right? Well, before I read, I also write, so I guess from the workout, I moved to writing. But the whole point is, you have to realize that inside of you is the ability to do whatever you want to do, and you have like everything that you're saying to yourself is just going to be an excuse. Oh, I can't wake up at 4:30 because I need my 7 hours of sleep. Okay, then go to bed at 9:30. Done, finished, easy, right? Or in the words of Arnold Schwarzenegger, sleep faster, right? Uh, he had a speech where he said he gets 6 hours of sleep every day, and he said, I know some of you out there are like, oh, but I need my 8 hours. I need my 8 hours. And to those people, I say, sleep faster, right? So you have to determine what it is you desire in life and move towards it and do it seriously, right? If you do things in a half-assed manner, you're going to get half-assed results. So keep that in mind and keep pushing through. As far as how I'm feeling pretty good. It feels very nice to like the satisfaction is something I can't really describe. Until you do it yourself, it's a little bit difficult to describe, but you need to really push through, right? And understand in life that what you may think is important in the present moment is not that important, right? Watching that new anime episode that just came out as like right now at fucking 2 in the morning when you were supposed to be asleep 2 hours ago, it's not that important. Like, look, if you're a healthy 20-year-old, all right, it's very unlikely you're just gonna die in your sleep, right? So there's always tomorrow, right? This is something a lot of people. I actually learned this at an early age, and it's very difficult to like make yourself understand it. But you can very easily keep a sleep schedule even through the weekend, right? What distracts you is other people. If it's just you, if you're just focused on you, it's very easy to keep a sleep schedule. Why? Let's say you're up at midnight. You start watching an anime. Or sorry, let's say you're up at 10 p.m. You start watching an anime. You watch the anime from 10 until midnight, right? You need to go to sleep. You told yourself I'm gonna be asleep by midnight at the latest because that's your sleep schedule. You go to bed at midnight, you wake up at 8 a.m. I don't know how you have that sleep schedule, but that just happens to be your sleep schedule. You go to bed at midnight, you wake up at 8 a.m. Well, let's say you're really hooked on the anime and you're like, oh, there's only 3 more episodes, and then I finish season 1, and tomorrow I can start season 2, blah, blah, whatever, right? No, forget that. Just go to bed at midnight, right? Wake up at 7 instead of at 8, and then you can watch from 7 to 8 those 3 episodes you really wanted to watch, and then start your day at 8 in the morning like you normally would. Boom. Then you keep your sleep schedule. You still get the episodes. The only thing in between you and the episodes is sleep. That's so much better than like the rest of life, right? When I wake up in the morning and I do all my morning stuff, and I'm like, man, I really wanna work out, or I really wanna stream, right? What's in between me and streaming is work, and work is this giant block of 7 to 4. There's the writing on the way to work, the writing on the way home from work. There's a lot of stuff I have to do. But when it comes to the nighttime, there's just sleeping. All you have to do is go to sleep, you wake up in the morning, and you can watch 3 episodes of anime. So it's important to frame your mind around that, because if you keep a schedule and you build a routine, it becomes a lot easier to stick to the things you need to stick to. The problem people have when it comes to their sleep schedule is they don't stick to a sleep schedule because they have difficulty saying no. And what they have difficulty saying no to is they have difficulty saying no to their friends. They have difficulty saying no to their family. They have difficulty saying no to their addictions, their vices. So it's very important to get a handle on that, right? Let's say you're hanging out with a friend. You've been hanging out from, let's say you get home at 6 p.m., you work out at 7 p.m., your friend comes over, you hang out from 7 until 11, right? And now you should go to sleep because of your sleep schedule. Or you should start reading a book and then go to sleep at midnight. Well, most people are like, nah, you know what? Like, my friend's over. I'm gonna hang out with him. I'm gonna be nice to him, show him some time. I also like, I don't know, maybe they get enthusiastic. They want to really hang out with their friend a lot. Well, the thing is, you have a lot of time in life, right? It's very odd, but you both have a lot of time and a little time in life. To get to your goals, you have very little time in life. What I mean is, if you waste it, boom, it's just gonna be gone. Like, if you sit around and waste your time, 10 years from now, you're gonna be in the same exact position you're in right now because you didn't make the decisions in the day to day. But there's also a lot of time in life in that you'll see your friends later, right? That friend that comes over, okay, there's a chance he gets hit by a bus the next day, right? And then you never see him, and then you might regret like telling him to leave your house because you wanted to go to sleep on time and whatever, right? Yeah, then you might regret it, but that's a very like that's pretty freak accident, rare incident thing. You have to understand that you're saying no to your friend to stay longer, or you're getting your friend out of your house earlier because you're sticking to your goals. And it's important to stick to your own goals and move towards your future because nobody's going to build your future. It's not like if you say yes to your friend and you keep saying yes to your friend and you keep fucking up your sleep schedule, it's not like you can just go to your friend and be like, hey man, can you fix my sleep schedule for me? No. Like, your friend's not going to come along and fix all the mistakes or repercussions that occur from you saying yes to see your friend staying, right? And there will always be more days to see your friend, okay, like if it's someone from out of town, like someone who lives in a different country than you and they came to visit you and they only visit you once a year, that might be something I would consider an exception, right? I might consider that an exception because you see them once a year, right? So it's not going to skew you off the path enough, right? But then it's got to only be that one person, because if you have an extended family and they come at different times and you have, let's say, 8 different people who are coming once a year, well, now that's not just once a year, that's 8 times a year, right? And then you have all your friends that are around here. Let's say you see your friend Jeff and you see him about, once every 2 weeks, right? Well, you're going to see him once every 2 weeks. So if you go off schedule for him, that means you're going off schedule 8 times a year for your family and once every 2 weeks for Jeff. And that's assuming you only go off schedule for those, 9 total people, right? There, you could be going off schedule for any number of other reasons. So I think it's important to figure out what's most important, right? Because once you make it to your goals, right? If you want to just get comfortable and relax, go ahead. I don't plan on that, but if you want to go ahead and get comfortable and relax, you can, right? And you'll have more time. Like, if I were making more money. I mean, I'm making money, but if I were making more money off of my books and I didn't need to work, that's a whole fucking 50 hours of the week, excuse me, that are now free to me. What do you think I can do with those 50 hours? I can take maybe 20 of them and add them to my goals. Now I'm training an extra hour a day. Now I'm streaming an extra hour a day. I'm writing an extra 30 minutes a day, etc., right? But then what am I doing with the extra 30 hours? I'm hanging out with my friends. I'm taking some downtime. I'm exploring other passions. Maybe I'm reading more. Like, there's more things I can do with that extra time that I've gained, right? It's just you have to get to that position before you use that time. Too many people, they use that time and that luxury and that leisure too early in their life as they're climbing. When they should be on the grind hardcore, they're using that time to just do other things, go drinking at the club, smoke a bunch of weed, do whatever the hell, right? So I think it's important to make that distinction and try to stick to your schedule. With that being said, I'm going to conclude today's vlog. I want to thank anybody who's watching, and I hope to continue to show people that as long as you set your mind to it and you just fucking go for it, you'll make it, right? And I hope you guys will see my continual progress. As far as the yoga and stretching and stuff, I should still be doing that every morning, and hopefully, in a couple months' time, I'll be doing a full split. That's kind of the goal for me with the stretching, is that I get flexible enough to do a split. Now, will I get there? The world may never know. What I do know is that if I don't stretch, I won't get there. And if I don't try, I won't get there. So if I try, I'll get there. All right. Peace out. Everybody have a lovely Saturday, and thank you again, Droxcaliber, for the Twitch Prime subscription.